right? But I do that just to be on the safe side with my edge up. You know what I mean? I'm getting lighter on the sides, as you can see, like in the corner area. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Koyán, just here trying out this new self-cut system. I've tried it out before and I loved it. I'm a barber, so I was always taught that if you know how to cut your own hair, you can cut anybody's hair. So I've done it before, and it's time for me to do it again. Stay tuned. So right here, I'm trying to mount my self-cut system. Again, I've only done this once, so this will be my second time. So I was thinking about doing my whole head, but I just decided that I was just gonna do one side. I was told to make more YouTube videos, so I'm definitely gonna start trying to just be more creative in my work. Right here, I'm combing my hair, just laying the hair down, even my beard, my scraggly beard. I'm combing it down. I'm trying to get everything even, so that way when I cut, I don't plug myself or do anything out the ordinary. So right here, I'm still combing, but I'm about to start with my detachable blades. I don't see a lot of people using detachable blades. And shout out to the Barber Illuminati. He got me back using detachables. So this is my 5 out, and it's 5 zeros, and that's my starting line. And that's equivalent to a trimmer. So I'm making my first ball line, or my first guideline at the bottom. I do it right above the ear. I like my fades mid to high, just because I have a tattoo on the other side that I like for my face to start right there and then go up. So I'm taking the trimmer around the head, just being careful, trying to be concise. It's really hard to cut your hair because what you see in the mirror is the opposite. So you have to be very, very, very careful. I'm still cutting, still trying to make sure things are even and clean. I'm sorry again for the bright color. I was still trying to get my camera down. But I get a 1.5 on top. So this cut's a little shorter than the 1.5 guard that comes with the walls. But again, I like mine's either with the 1.5 guard on the wall closed or with this actual detachable blade. And these Oster Octanes cut like butter. Like, they can cut anything. If you have braids or dreads, they cutting it, guaranteed. But I'm just trying to make my waves even, you know, lay my hair down. I'm an old man, so you know I can't make mistakes. I don't want to end up with a George Jefferson or something. So I'm just following my pattern. I'm just making sure to keep things consistent, making sure to keep things precise. Um, and yeah, checking all the angles, making sure all the waves lay down. Everything's checking out. Now, another thing that I noticed that people do wrong with waivers that I know that you should do is what I'm about to do soon. This is a 1.5 guard that's on right now. But around the crown area where you have like a cowlick in the middle of your hair, you should always go higher than what you have on top. So if you have a 1 on top, you should go with the 1.5 around that area. If you have a 1.5 on top, you should go with a 2 around that area. So I'm about to knock those little hairs down. You'll see me soon point that out. Still making sure everything is precise, still making sure everything is even and making sure everything fits. This is my 2 blade, and again, like I was saying, you want to take this around the crown area because that area is not forgiving as the top. So you can go shorter on the top and it still look good, but with this, if you go too short, you could plug yourself. So always go with the bigger guard just to be safe. You can always go down. I was always taught in barbering, you can always take hair off, but you can't put hair back on. So just be concise, be very attentive to what you're doing. Again, this is a 2, and I'm just grazing it over top, knocking down all the little whiskers. Checking my work, making sure everything is even. And mind you, I was cutting my hair in the garage right now. So I have a studio in my garage. I'm located in San Antonio, Texas. Um, this is my OA. I'm making my first initial guideline. So my 5 out was to start my ball line. My OA was to start my guideline. And again, shout out to a Barber Illuminati. People hate on him, you know what I'm saying? He's a funny guy, but at the same time, I was kind of getting bored with cutting hair. You know what I mean? It was so many new clippers coming out, Babyless, Walls, Cordless Masters. But this right here is like, brings you back to the original cutting hair. If you can cut with these, you can cut with anything. And I guarantee that with these, your work will tremendously um, drop down. So instead of you doing 10 minutes of work, you'll be doing 5 minutes of work. This is the 1A. I think that was my 1.5. I'm sorry. I'm about to make another guideline. And again, don't go straight up. Go at an angle. See how my hair grows at an angle? Go at an angle. Again, like what I was saying, a ball fade would take me maybe about 30 minutes to do. And that's because I'm very, very detailed in my work. But I would talk to other barbers, and they would tell me to get the overall haircut done and then go back in detail. You get what I'm saying? And certain clippers, like I feel like Magic Clips are great clippers, but eventually those batteries die. So I feel like the best way to knock all that hair off is with these Oster Octanes and then go back in detail with your Magic Clips. It makes the work easier, and I promise you it cuts the time in half. I promise you. This right here is my, I think that's my 3.5 guard, and I think I'm just trying to connect the top with, yeah, that's my 3.5 guard. I'm trying to connect the top to the 1.5. So I'm gonna go with my 3.5, knowing that that's too big, but just to soften that top guideline. You see where the hair is the darkest? Just to soften that, then I'm gonna go back with my 2. Again, I have a 1.5 on top, so my 2 should blend in with that line. I told myself that I was gonna challenge myself, you know what I mean? Not only am I gonna do a self-cut using the self-cut system, but I'm gonna do it with detachable blades. Right here, this is my 2 blade. I'm sorry, I'm so used to guards. This is my 2 blade. And I'm going and I'm trying to knock that top line out. And I get it almost out for the most part, but again, I'm a detailed person. So from what you see, it might look good, but for me, it wasn't good enough. And that's why I'm gonna end up taking so much longer on this haircut, because I see little tiny things. So using the corner of my blades, blending, trying to knock stuff down. And it's harder than what you think, you know what I mean? I'm picking up clippers and guards on the side of me at the same time trying to line up. These are my favorite edgers. These are the Babyless Rose Gold FX. I think these are like the 2.0 carbon or something blades. But I have a eyeliner pencil that I use. Barber Magic pencil is what it's called, but it helps me with my overall outlining. And it's an enhancement without it being an enhancement. So it can make a line pop, you know what I mean, if you use it right and you blend it right. But I do that just to be on the safe side with my edge up, you know what I mean? I'm getting lighter on the sides, as you can see, like in the corner area. So I want to make sure that I don't push it up or curve it or anything like that. I want to keep it as natural as possible. And I frame my haircuts so that way it makes it easier when I start blending, because I promise you, once you edge up the front and you start blending, you can see everything. I don't know what the edge up does, but it makes it where you can see everything. I promise you. This is my 1.5 guard, and I'm just trying to soften up that line. or is that my 1A? I'm sorry. I'm starting to attack that middle line. So if you see the OA area and then you see the 1.5 area, I'm attacking that 1.5 in that OA area with my 1A. And it's just gonna soften it up. It's not gonna take it out, but it's gonna soften it up. And I mean, from this distance, I don't know if you can see, but I see it in the mirror. It's softening that area up. I'm always combing. I usually have a brush, but I'm always combing and brushing to make sure everything is precise. Again, I'm going with the grain right now with my 1A to just knock down any bulk. So once you go up with a clipper, you can always go down with it too, just to be on the safe side. It's almost like checking your work. Again, using the corner of my blades, trying to perfect the blend. Taking my time, ain't no rush. Still combing. Now from this blade, I'm gonna go down to my one blade. And my one blade is gonna knock the hair underneath down, but it's also gonna push the line up. And again, this is a mistake you might make not knowing. I made the mistake, you know what I mean? I'm a barber. I accidentally pushed my line too high up. Usually I don't ever make this mistake when I'm cutting somebody's hair, but I'm cutting my hair. So it's hard to look at the corner and then look at the mirror and then keep your hand and eye coordination, you know what I mean, the same. So I'm using the corner, but I accidentally take it up just a little bit too high. And luckily, again, I'm a barber, so I caught it before it became too bad to be fixed. So I finished it to make it at least even, and then I know that I'm gonna have to go back and fix that. But this is my one blade, and I'm pretty much just trying to soften in that area from the OA to the 1.5 area that I created. I go and I think I grab my 3 out, which is my 300 blade. I'm gonna knock that bottom line out, and that line is gonna come almost out for the most part. If anything, I just put my OA back on. But I knew that that top part was bugging me, and you know, this is my first YouTube video, so I wanted to be precise. So I'm like, you know what? I end up having to go and grab my fucking my cordless magic clips, and it pissed me off because I almost had to blend and the haircut down, but I just knew that, man, you know what I mean? I almost did this, something that I don't ever see nobody doing. Most time when people do self haircuts is with lever clippers, but this is with a detachable system. So that 3 out is pretty much for the most part knocking that area out. Again, I have my garage open, so I have neighbors that are walking by looking at me and, you know what I mean, interested in haircuts. So I'm still trying to be cordial, but at the same time finish this video. That's my 1A, and I'm still trying to peek at that line. I know in the back, if you see this area, you can see it. You can see that line. But in the front, it doesn't look like it's a line that much. But when I look in the mirrors, I see what y'all see. So I'm still trying to tap it, just be light. I don't know if that's just how my hair is, or do I need to comb it, or do I need to change anything? But I see the line. And it's making me nervous because I'm just like, man, I don't want to go too high up. And then, like I said again, I end up taking out my cordless magic clips and putting my 1.5 guard and my 1 guard on to eventually knock down the hair. I tried, man. I tried. I saw the defeat in my eyes, and I was like, no, I can't give up. But then it was like, man, I gotta walk around like this, so I can't be walking in Walmart and Best Buy and all this stuff with a messed up haircut, and people looking like, you a barber? Who cut your hair? And I said, I did. That's a reflection of my work. So I was like, you know what? I'd rather be safe than sorry. So maybe 4 months down the line, we'll revisit this, because I'm gonna always cut my hair. If it ain't me cutting my hair, it's another barber that I used to work with. His name is Dane. His Instagram is @professionally yours. He from Delaware. Good dude. Shout out Dane, man. But I've been saying that I was gonna do this video. You know, he probably think that I was cheating on my barber, but I'm not, man. If I ain't cutting my hair, it's him cutting my hair, and if for some reason I can't get to him, it's me cutting my hair. You know what I'm saying? So this is the 1.5 guard on the wall system. Again, I'm using my magic clip, and I just go straight into it. With this system, I'm comfortable. I've been using this for barber school. You know what I mean? Since barber school, I'm comfortable with the lever system. This is easy. I probably can do this not looking. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm attacking this so vigorously. And like I know where things are supposed to be. So around the parietal ridge, I know that, you know what I mean, the 2 guard and the 1.5 guard goes in that area. This is my 1 guard, this is my 1 guard open. Again, I'm just attacking this area vigorously. I'm trying to knock that line out. I know I got curly, wavy hair, so I gotta put more oomph in my strokes, you know what I mean? People with wavy hair and thick, coarse hair and barbers who cut this kind of hair, they know what I mean. There's certain hair you can like just tap and be finesse with, but certain hair you gotta roll up them sleeves and get into. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going with the grain with my 1. Remember, whatever I fade with, if whatever I use to fade, if that 1's making bulk, I can knock that bulk down with the same guard. This is my half guard on my wall system. Again, these premium guards are good. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about things popping off. I remember one time I tried to cut my hair, and it made me nervous because I used the regular like gray guard that it comes with, and it popped off. I ended up putting a design in my head. So that's always made me shy away from cutting my own hair until now. So this is the gray guard or the half guard open. Just tapping, just blending, looking for little dark spots, and then I'm pretty much looking from the areas from down to up. Like I know at the top, like, oh, if there's dark hair, I can always put a bigger guard back on. But again, I'm attacking any bottom lines that I see. And then it's weird because when I'm looking at the mirror that's straight in front of me, I can see tiny hairs. So I'm hitting that. But then when I look in the mirror, again, that's in front of me, but I look past that mirror to the mirror behind me, it's like you see all kinds of other stuff, you know what I mean? So the mirror behind you might say, oh, it's clean, it's clear, but the mirror in front of you might say, oh, no, you got like a little baby hair right here, or vice versa, you know what I'm saying? So it's important to have both mirrors read you the same thing, read you the same haircut. This is my half guard, and I'm just flicking, and I'm trying to finesse. I'm gonna eventually take this guard off and then just use the open lever. And like I said, I'm just tapping. I'm just looking for dark spots, looking for imperfections, looking for things that are gonna stand out. And I only do one side of my head because I didn't know how long this video was gonna be, and I wanted to be super detailed with the video. I wanted to show my skill, I guess. And like I said, I was always taught, like I said in the beginning, if you can cut your own hair, you can cut anybody's hair, you know what I mean? So I remember the first time I walked into a barbershop and I seen a guy cutting his hair, and he cut his hair so good. It was at Mac's Barbershop. It was in Rolling Oaks Mall. A guy was cutting his own hair, and that was his own promotion. That was his own advertising. Because his haircuts were so good on himself, people came to him. And that guy's name is Daniel. I forgot his Instagram. I think it's called Paid, P-A-I-D, _2_fade. He's a Hispanic guy, out of the tone. He was putting designs in his head. He was putting parts in his head. He was cutting his kids and trying things out. And he was always known to be somebody that was cold with the clippers. Like 9 times out of 10, if you worked at Rolling Oaks Mall, he cut your hair. And he probably didn't do it consistently, but everybody sat in his chair. There's nobody that worked there or ever walked in that mall that didn't get a haircut by him. And he's been cutting since he was at a young age. So right now I'm doing my beard. I just do this area light. I'm still trying to let it grow. Um, one time I did my beard, and I wasn't paying attention, and I went too far into it. So that's the thing with beards. Well, with me, you got to be very careful and let them grow. And I like keeping my beard natural. I don't want it to be too sharp because when it grows back, it looks funny. Or when it grows back, it'll grow back sharper, but then it'll have that like baby hair area that just looks weird. So I'm just outlining, and I always outline my beard in the beginning before I do any fading, just to see if I can make it as full as possible. And I always trace my beard just like I did with my edge up, just to be on the safe side because I would hate for me to go deep in my beard and mess it up. I think I got my 1.5 guard on, my one guard on, and I'm just like I said, I still see lines, like I said in the back, and I'm still trying to take it out. But I also know that I need that guideline in the back to help me cut around the other side. But as long as the sides look good for you guys, you can kind of get the picture. Again, the self cut system is a good system, man. Like I tried to make this on my own one time. I went to like Home Depot, man, and I messed up. I had mirrors and they opened, but the hinge was so loose that the mirror was slapping me in my face, or like the nails or like the screws would like break, or I couldn't fold it or put it anywhere. It was so bulky. So I was like, man, let me stop being cheap. You know what I mean? Like us black people are cheap. So I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and invest in myself and invest in my craft. I would spend $100 on jeans or shoes. Why not invest it in something that's gonna keep me fresh, man? A good haircut says a lot about you. It also improves your well being and how you feel about yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going right here and I'm just touching up the fade, man. I'm like I said, I'm a very stickler for cleanliness and sharpness, and if I can make you look good, if I got people coming out my shop looking clean, come on, now I gotta make myself look good too, or at least try to attempt to. My haircuts are my own business card, so even if my Booksy doesn't reach you or my Instagram doesn't reach you, a person might walk past you and you might be like, man, who cut your hair? And that's a business card. Like, hey man, I got a barber that cuts out of yada yada yada. You know what I mean? So still touching up my hair, still looking for imperfections. Like I said, you might see a line, but the very back line that you see, I actually left that area there just to help me as a guideline for when I do the other side. But as far as like the side profile, like right here, it's pretty much faded, man. It's pretty much taken care of. I'm starting to hit my beard. I think I have a 1.5 guard on there, closed, and I'm going down. And then I'm about to open the lever and make my first guideline area. And then I'm about to just start fading it. And I don't like my sideburns to be very bulky on the sides. I like it to like transition into fade like smoothly into my beard. I like a low sitting beard. I don't really like a high sitting beard. Ain't nothing wrong with neither. I just think that for me, um, too much bulk on the side makes my head look more bigger than it already is. 'Cause I already got a big head. You know what I mean? I was born with this head, so I'm going right now with my one guard open, and I'm just, 1.5 to your one to your half, and you do that open and close, man, and it's the same process. Just tapping, just tapping. You want to see me, like I said earlier, go in with the Barber Magic Pencil. I usually use a cream color, but I've been using it so much that I've actually ordered some new ones. So like they're on their way from Amazon, but I go and I use the white one. So I think I'm looking for the pencil. I got lost, but here I go. And I'm trying to go light, but I got heavy hands and I end up making a horrible back line. I try to comb it off, but I mean, again, I'm a barber, so I know what I have to do to make this pop off. The front line is more natural than the back line, but you'll see once I make this line and I tap it with my trimmers, then I'll just go back in with the neck strip and the alcohol, and I'll just wipe it off, and it'll just come straight off. The object is to put it on not too strong, and when you're edging yourself up, it's good to hit the line and pull away, and pretty much just try to make the line accentuate to your skin or blend in with your skin. When, girls do this with their eyeliners and eyebrows and stuff. So whoever thought about this as a man is a smart person because it helps. It makes edge ups and haircuts pop out crazy. So knocking I think I got a one guard on my mustache, knocking it down. Sometimes it get crazy. So I'm about to just trim that up, edge that up. But yeah, man, for the most part, that's it. Like I said, from the side profile, you see that the haircut is in there. The haircut is good. I'm kind of mad that I ended up having to use um, the walls. I was trying to do a full detachable blade haircut, but I mean, it's hard, man. Um, yeah, everything looks good. Everything checks out. So I appreciate y'all for watching, man. More content coming. I wanted to start off on myself and see what I guess the reaction is, and see what people think about it. Again, I have customers and people on all social media platforms that tell me to do a YouTube channel about cutting hair. So I'm finally listening. You know what I mean? These were the same people that told me to go into business for myself, and business is booming. So I mean, obviously that they see something in me that I didn't see in myself. So I'm gonna try to persevere this year. This year is about branding. You know what I mean? Branding myself, and then next year is about expanding. So it's gonna be more content that's coming. It's not just haircut videos, man. I'm gonna do clothing. I'm gonna do all kinds of stuff. But this is my profession, so I wanted to let everybody know who I was, what I was about. So I thank y'all for tuning in, man. Again, more content coming. So I'll just let y'all enjoy the rest of the video. Until the next time, man, God bless. Like, comment, subscribe. My social media is at the THEE Dapper Barber. I'm in San Antonio, Texas, man. If you ever in Texas and you ever in San Antonio and you're looking for a barber, or you know what I mean, you just out here to visit, come chop it up with me, man. Come get a nice haircut, and always take care. Thank you guys for watching, man. Don't leave, say I'm the only one you need. Say I'm the only secret you keep. Don't break me down. Don't speak, words only say half what you need. I'm not the only one you see. Don't break me down.
Jerry, I see you, what up?